Once upon a recent time, in a continent buzzing with more languages than a UN headset could handle, a grand plan was concocted to promote Swahili, or Kiswahili, as the official language of Africa. News broke like a rogue wildebeest on the savannah. UNESCO declared Swahili Day, making it the first African language to get a global party. This had tongues wagging faster than a cheetah chasing lunch. Is Swahili about to dethrone French and English as the official language of Africa? Hold your horses, or zebras, as the case may be. This tale begins in Uganda, where the government, in a stroke of linguistic enthusiasm, splurged a cool $800 million to get everyone from civil servants to cats. Okay, maybe not cats, speaking Swahili. This ambitious project was championed by none other than Uganda's Minister for East African Affairs, Rebecca Kadaga, who had a vision of a Swahili-speaking utopia where even the border guards would greet you with a hearty jambo. As the story unfolds, senior government officials, including cabinet ministers and judges, were seen stumbling over Swahili vowels and consonants, attending compulsory weekly lessons that turned courtrooms and parliamentary sessions into chaotic, yet amusing language labs. Picture a high-ranking official trying to order lunch in Swahili, ending up with 3 goats and a marriage proposal instead of the intended chicken stew. Meanwhile, in Tanzania, Professor Gastorn was popping corks like a celebratory hyena. Swahili, official language of Africa? Pole. Slowly, he chuckled. But this is a giant leap for our mother tongue. Tanzania, with its 120+ languages, chose Swahili as their unifier, a kind of national glue. Smart move, if you ask me. The narrative takes a comical turn when the language initiative reaches the grassroots level. Imagine a bustling market in Kampala, where traders and customers haggle not just over prices, but also over the correct Swahili terms for tomatoes and onions. Scenes of fishermen on the shores of Lake Victoria, traditionally shouting in a medley of local dialects, now trying to remember the Swahili for "the net is tearing," leading to more fish escaping than being caught. Enter the Swahili Language Day celebrations, a day when the whole nation is supposed to celebrate and embrace Swahili. Offices, schools, and streets are filled with banners and decorations, urging everyone to speak Swahili. However, the festivities take an unexpected turn when a parade, led by a band that had enthusiastically embraced the Swahili spirit, gets lost because the directions were given in Swahili, and they end up marching into a neighboring country. But why July 7th? This date wasn't picked out of a magic calabash. It was the day Julius Nyerere, Tanzania's founding father, declared Swahili a weapon for independence. Take that, colonialism. The story doesn't end in Africa. Swahili is spreading faster than a locust swarm at a buffet. Refugees carried it across continents, and universities like Howard are churning out Swahili speakers like a mama boga selling mangoes. In schools, Swahili classes become the highlight of students' days, not for the linguistic enlightenment they offer, but for the comedic relief provided by teachers who, in their struggle to master the language, invent words that sound more like exotic dishes than actual Swahili terms. Children go home with homework that leaves parents puzzled, wondering if they're helping with language lessons or deciphering a secret code left by ancient Swahili speakers. As the narrative reaches its climax, a national Swahili-speaking contest is organized, televised across the nation and judged by none other than the enthusiastic Minister Kadaga herself. Contestants, ranging from seasoned politicians to shy school children, take the stage, delivering speeches, poems, and songs in Swahili, with mixed results. The event is a roller coaster of emotions, with performances ranging from profoundly moving to hilariously incomprehensible. In a heartwarming twist, a small village in the remote countryside, previously unknown to most of the country, steals the show. An elderly woman, revered for her wisdom and her traditional storytelling, captivates the audience with a tale of unity and peace, spoken in the most fluent and poetic Swahili anyone has ever heard. Her performance goes viral, turning her into an overnight sensation and an unlikely national hero. The story culminates in a grand finale where the president of Uganda, inspired by the elderly woman's message, addresses the nation in Swahili. His speech, aimed at promoting unity and understanding, inadvertently becomes a comedy sketch due to a mix-up in his speech notes, leading to phrases like my fellow chickens, instead of my fellow citizens. Meet Kate Mensah, a Ghanaian-American student at Howard. She fell for Swahili's beautiful rhythm and plans to dive headfirst into East African culture. This, my friends, is the power of language. Even in the US, Swahili is taking root in schools. Imagine kids greeting each other with "Habari gani?" What's the news? Instead of "Yo." Wouldn't that be a hoot? So, will Swahili become the official language of all Africa? Probably not anytime soon. But with its growing popularity, who knows? One thing's for sure, Swahili is making its presence felt, and that's something to celebrate. As Dr. Zek, a Swahili enthusiast and librarian, says, "Hakuna Matata, no worries, just good vibes for this vibrant language." As our narrative comes to a close, the Swahili Promotion Project, despite its ups and downs, brings the nation together in laughter and good spirits. People from all walks of life find common ground in their shared struggles and triumphs with the language. Swahili, in its beautiful complexity, becomes more than just a language. It turns into a symbol of unity, diversity, and the joyful chaos that defines the human experience. And so, in a continent as vibrant and diverse as Africa, the quest to make Swahili the official language turns into an unforgettable journey that celebrates not just the language itself, but the spirit of community and the enduring power of laughter. As our colorful and comical tale comes to a close, it's important to remember that while our story took us on a merry ride through the trials and triumphs of embracing Swahili across the globe, spiced with laughter and lightheartedness, the core message is deeply rooted in reality. Countries around the world are indeed recognizing and learning Swahili, highlighting its growing influence and importance as a language that bridges cultures and fosters unity. This narrative was crafted to entertain and bring a smile, perhaps even a chuckle, as we explored the imaginative scenarios born from the global journey of Swahili. Yet, beneath the layers of humor and hyperbole lies a sincere celebration of linguistic diversity and the power of language to connect us in unexpected, and yes, sometimes amusing ways. So, as we part ways with our story's characters and their linguistic adventures, let's carry forward the spirit of joy and the reminder of the enriching bonds formed through learning and sharing languages. Swahili's spread across continents is a testament to its beauty and relevance, a serious endeavor that, in our story, was adorned with a little touch of fun along the way. Remember, the journey of language learning is as much about the connections we forge and the understanding we gain as it is about the words we speak. Here's to the languages that bring us together, with a nod to the laughter and light-hearted moments shared along the way. May your linguistic journeys be as enriching and entertaining as the story we've just shared.